Hello everyone, so this is GS Mains Paper 2, September 2017, Part 1. See, I want to tell you one thing. From the time when I have started segregating articles from the point of view of papers, right? Like for Paper 1, I segregate articles accordingly, Paper 2 and Paper 3. There were very few months when, like in most of the months, what you will see is that in Paper 2, you will have maximum articles. But in this particular month, September 2017, you will realize that Paper 3 has more important articles, or newspapers are covering more articles related to Paper 3. So that means economy, environment and all these things are more in news as compared to polity, which is a rarity, means which happens very rarely, right? But the thing is, so in this particular area, what will happen? GS Mains Paper 3 means Paper 2. I think I will be covering it in 3 parts. But GS Mains Paper 3 will take more videos because there are lots and lots of news in September 2013, or events which happened in September 2013 related to GS Paper 3 are numerous, right? So let's start GS Paper 2 right now. Okay, so the first important news is Rohingya International Organization for Migration. So what is the news? See, the thing is, Myanmar's refusal to address the Rohingya issue diminishes its democratic transition, right? Aung San Suu Kyi. The thing is, according to International Organization for Migration, now this is very important. What is International Organization of Migration? Whether it is a part of UN or not. And yeah, one more thing. From now onwards, I have decided that whatever topics I'll be covering, I'll be writing which particular area of Paper 2 or Paper 3 or Paper 1 they are covering to. So this particular topic is covering, or it is a part of topic 15 to 19 IR. And one more thing I want to tell you. So the thing is, for IR, newspapers are more than enough. You don't need to read Rajiv Sikri or any other book. I made that mistake. Don't make that mistake. You people don't need to make that mistake because it is a time consuming mistake, right? So don't do that. Newspaper is more than enough, much more than enough, because IR is covered comprehensively in Hindu and Indian Express. Okay, so according to this IOM, this is International Organization for Migration, it is related, or it became a related organization of UN in September 2016. So before September 2016, it was not a part of UN. But remember it from prelims point of view also, it is a part of International Organization for Migration is a part of UN now. So they can come now. What are the institutions related to UN? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4 and all those things. So remember it is a part of UN, and according to IOM, most of the victims of Rohingya, or most of the victims in Myanmar are women and children, right? So they are facing the maximum, what do you say, grievances. Now, slaughter of thousands and displacements of even larger numbers is a crime against humanity, and that is the saying of IOM. Now, the thing is, what is the reason why it is happening? Because enormous power is wasted in military, and further consolidation of hard-won freedoms from dictatorship will remain an arduous task. So, what is the right now? What should be the primary aim of Myanmar? To consolidate their hard-won freedom from dictatorship. That is a very important task for them. Aung San Suu Kyi has to consolidate the democracy, right? The thing is, again, further consolidation of hard-won freedoms from dictatorship will remain an arduous task so long as a large minority of population is systematically excluded from political process. So right now also military is playing a significant part in Myanmar, and only a small minority of population is a part of political process, right? And that is the whole thing. That is the main issue. Military is executing too much power. So in some way or the other, it is similar to Pakistan, but you can say that in Pakistan, democracy is functioning much better than what it is functioning in Myanmar, right? We can argue that, but the thing is, that is it. That is about Rohingya and IOM. So let's move on to the next topic. So the next topic is India-Myanmar relationship. Because Rohingya is in news, so India-Myanmar relationship is also in news. Again, this is very important because you have to understand that neighborhood, India and their neighborhood becomes a very important topic. So it is again from topic 15 to 19 IR. So in the past half century, India and Myanmar have lost the habit of thinking of themselves as neighbors. You barely read about Myanmar's representatives coming to India or Indian representatives going to Myanmar. It's more about China, Pakistan, Bangladesh, even Nepal, right? So that is the thing. Now, what are the issues which are plaguing India-Myanmar relationship? First is Rohingya crisis. Second is military's dominance in Myanmar, right? Third, very important. Third is IIG. What is IIG? That is Indian insurgent groups which are there in Myanmar. So that is also a thorn in India-Myanmar relationship. Now, what is the way forward? So there are 4 way forwards. Understand this, because these are the silver linings, or this is how we have to react. So first way forward is converting our investments in trilateral highway and Kaladan to fuller trade and investment corridors, right? Trilateral highway, fine. Now what is Kaladan? Kaladan is a multi-modal transportation project. Why it is multi-modal? Because different modes are involved. Sea is involved, again rivers are involved, roads are involved. So that is Kaladan multi-modal transport project, and it is getting delayed time and again, right? And trilateral highway, that is, if I'm not wrong, it is India, Myanmar and Thailand. So that is a trilateral highway. It will pass from Manipur. Again, if I'm not wrong, I'm not sure, but again, it is passing from trilateral highway is passing from Myanmar, but from Manipur in India. But remember this, Kaladan, it has a route. What is the route and why it is done? To avoid a reliance on chicken's corridor, a chicken's neck too much, right? The Siliguri corridor. So the Kaladan route is, it will be connecting Kolkata to Chitwe, which is in Rakhine, where maximum Rohingya issues are taking place, right? So it will be connecting Kolkata to Chitwe via sea, from Chitwe to Paletwa, which is in Chin state of Myanmar, via boat, and from Paletwa to Mizoram via road. So remember this, Kaladan, Mizoram, trilateral highway, Manipur. So remember this, fine. So the first way forward was converting our investments in trilateral highway and Kaladan to fuller trade and investment corridors. Second is use India investment or using Indian investment in Greater Mekong sub-region as an arm of our foreign policy with a focus on agriculture, agro-industry and light industry. So India has invested heavily in Great Mekong region and we can use that to promote more, or what do you say, to put more focus on agriculture, agro-industry and light industry. Third way forward is special attention should be given to Northeast and Bodh Gaya should be developed as a pilgrimage center, right? Buddhism. Fine. And the fourth way forward is new political approach to IIG issues, that is Indian insurgent groups, beyond an intelligence-based approach, right? Now, why all these things are needed? Because China has started playing too much important role, or China's investment has become very large in Myanmar and we have to curb it, right? China is everywhere now, Hambantota, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Maldives. So we have to expand our influence also if we are not able to curb their influence. So objective should be to restore the balance in Myanmar's relationship between East and South Asia that has been lost with eastward tilt in Myanmar's external relations over 50 years of insular military rule. Right? So that has happened, eastward tilt. So it has become more closer to China as compared to India. Fine. Now the third topic is Trump's Sabre-Rattling rhetoric, right? Trump and North Korea are playing Twitter game, right? Dotad and all those things are happening. Again, it is a part of IR. So again, IR will be covered comprehensively. That's what I'm telling you. IR is covered comprehensively in newspapers, so there's no need to read separate books for that. So what is Sabre means rattling? What does this word mean? So this is ostentatious display of military power. That is Sabre-Rattling. So what the article is saying? Article is saying that Trump's Sabre-Rattling rhetoric will not serve the purpose. Direct talk is the only way to de-escalate the crisis in Korean Peninsula. They will say, he will write something on Twitter and then they will, invent some new words. So all these things will not going to help. They have to have a direct talk and that is needed, right? Fine. Now, World Press Freedom Index. So this is a part of topic 10 freedom government policy. Why it is a part of topic 10 government policy, we'll know. So World Press Freedom Index was and is released by Reporters Without Borders. Now, what is Reporters Without Borders? This is a non-profit NGO, non-governmental organization, right? Remember, it is not a part of UN, not a part of anything. It is a non-profit NGO. And what has happened? India's position has dropped from already peak 133 to 136. Lots of people are dying, lots of reporters are getting killed and all those things. So some way or the other, freedom of speech is getting curbed to a certain extent, right? So in that part, you have to think whether government policies are playing a role or not. I will not say anything regarding it, but you think yourself, right? So this was about World Press Freedom Index. Remember it from prelims as well as mains point of view, because they can ask you who releases it. So Reporters Without Borders releases it, and Reporters Without Borders is a non-profit NGO. Fine. So the next topic and the last topic for today is very important, very important topic is Bhore, Mudaliar and Shrivastav Committee. You have to understand these committees are related to what? Again, this is important for prelims as well as mains point of view. They are related to health sector. They are related to medical personnel, right? So the thing is, again, this is a topic 12 issues related to health. Now let's talk about this particular issue. So different committees on what type of medical personnel countries should train. So there were different committees which were appointed and they have certain grievances. They have talked about different means which kind of medical personnel countries should train. And what were those different committees? Bhore Committee, which was appointed in 1946, Mudaliar Committee 1962, Shrivastav Committee 1975. And they were saying, they all were unanimous that country needs a large number of basic doctors, right? But what is happening? Over 75% of doctors in urban areas are there in urban areas where only a third of people live, right? 33% of people are living in urban areas where 75% of doctors are found. Do remember these data, very important data. And what are the other issues? Large number of postgraduate doctors and super specialists are underemployed, right? Underemployment, right? All these can be changed. How you can change all these things? Very important. Way forward is very important for civil services aspirants, right? So all these can be changed if government abolishes private practice, it institutes universal medical care, and it becomes the employer of all medical graduates, similar to National Health Service of UK. So that is what they are saying. All these things can be changed if you abolish private practice. If there is no private practice, they won't get the added incentive to leave their government job and go to do private practice, or sometimes even they are having a government job and still they are doing private practice, right? So the article is saying that abolish private practice, institutionalize universal medical care, and become the employer of all medical graduates, similar to National Health Service of UK. Even Thailand is performing better than us in healthcare, right? So this was about it. So in the next two videos, we'll be covering GS Mains Paper 2, and I will try to cover GS Mains Paper 3 also. But GS Mains Paper 3 will take lots of videos because lots and lots of articles are there. Thank you.